have a flat walk. So it's not gonna feel very fast to start, but we gotta get the correct footfall. And right now he's doing 4 beats. Again, if he slows down at the gate, try not to kick or bump him, but wiggle the stick or light taps. Because again, if you kick him, then he might go to step pacing. All right, a little bit faster. So just a tiny bit. Yep, your body position, all that looks good. You're a very pretty rider. You're looking up where you're going, but he's not responding. He didn't speed up at all. So you want to just use a little stick. Yep, no faster, half halt, because that's too much. That's a step pace. Yep, now push him forward again. Good, now stop, because that was a faster flat walk and we're going to give him a break. Have you try and just flat walk over the pole. So you're gonna go back up to that speed we had, and you're gonna, yep, but sitting up. And again, the poles are his responsibility. So you steer to him, but as he goes over the pole, always look for the next pole. So that's a good walk. So just keep that. So we're gonna do this a couple times and then we'll try and go faster and see what happens. A little faster, he slowed back down, but so there he just got a little step pacey again. Yep. So if you can, and again, you got a lot to do, so you decide. But if you can bend him a little to the inside, that might also help him to separate his legs. But if you're like, that's too much, I can't keep him going and bending, then don't worry about the bend because the poles will help us. And then again, try not to kick. If he won't go, dig your heel or tap with the stick. That's it. He's got it, and I always use leg first. And I cluck and then stick. So the cluck then means I'm going to hit you if you don't go. So they have a cue, you know, to respond before I start tapping them. So that's a pretty good flat walk. He just slowed down, but it was pretty good for about 3 seconds. Okay, so now let's try and go a little bit faster. And you just practice steering, and I want to see what he does. So a little bit more. Keep going a little bit more. Keep after him more. There you go. So just keep that speed. Keep going. He's step pacing, but keep going. Keep going. Don't let him slow down. Yep. So I would have hit him with the stick about 3 seconds before you pushed with your legs. So the quicker we are, the better. But the hard part is you have to be able to half halt on the rein. So that's why you have a longer stick, or you can hit him on the shoulder. But you want to be able to half halt the same time you're pressing him to go to help him with his gait. So keep going over the poles. Yep. So he is kind of step pacey. There he was good for a step. You're trying to keep him bent and keep the same speed. Don't let his head get too low. A little bit more bend and then forward again. It's hard to do all that at the same time. Now stop, because that was pretty good. He almost step pace, but that was pretty good. Yep. And the pole, just so you know, helps to separate his legs, but it only works if he keeps the same speed. So if in front of the pole he slows down, it's not teaching him anything. So you make him go forward over all the poles. Like this speed's fine, but now leg, because he slowed down at the pole. So you're trying right now leg. That's better. Yep. So each time you get close to the pole, leg. And then you're not trying to go super fast. We're just trying to keep the same speed. And that's the hard part. So he's like, I don't like this, Mom. He's like, this is too much work. Yes. Because it's hard. It's much harder to separate his legs. It's like me teaching you a new dance and you're trying to learn the steps. It's very hard. But in between, he's still, that's better. He's still kind of step pacing. But it's better than it was. Yep. And then again, try to get him to bend, because when his body goes out, that won't help us separate his legs. Yep. And it's not like you have to hold it. You just, every couple of steps, squeeze and relax on your inside rein as you push with your inside leg. So there's a little step pacey, but the poles will help us. So now I'm going to add on a little bit more. So as you're going, if you feel a bounce, I want you to keep going, but I want you to try to half halt and bend him. And then if you're by a pole, the pole will do the work. But in between the poles, it's all you trying to keep him out of the step pace. So I would have bent him more. Yep. Keep going. So keep a bend, keep sitting back, yeah. And when he does that, try to wiggle that stick so he doesn't keep trying to stop on you. He's got to learn that his life is only easy when he keeps going and separating his legs. Little bit more bend to the right, yep. And then again, don't hold it. You want to ask him, and then he's responsible. And then if he doesn't bend, you ask him again. So that turn right there, we really want to bend him because that was a big step pace. Yep. Faster, he slowed back down. See, now that we don't want the flat walk, he'll start doing it because it's easy. So more bend and keep using that inside leg. Keep going, a lot of bend right here because that's where he's really step pacey. Yep. And you gotta have to support on both sides of his mouth. Yep. More, yep, because he's slowing down. He's like, it's much easier if I go slow over these poles. Bend him more, yep. And give and take on that rein. Keep going. A little bit more bend. Yep. It's hard. He's trying to figure it out. Keep going. So he's trying different things, which is good. Keep more bend. Yep. So in between the poles, bend, but support on both sides of his mouth so your hands stay even with each other. You're getting closer to a better gait. Keep going. A little bit more bend, but keep going. So even over the pole, you can bend him if he loses it. Good, stop. Whoop. Yep, now take a break because that was right. Very good. Go back up to speed. So you're going to try and speed him up. You're going to try and keep him bent in between the poles. Yep, and then again, wiggle the stick if he's slowing down in front of the poles. Keep a little bend. That was very slow over that pole. Yep, and nothing happened, so he took advantage of it. More bend. Keep him bent, yep, and keep supporting with your outside rein. So we got to keep him going because he's slowing down in front of the pole. See, he's a smart horse. He's like, it's easier if I slow down, then I don't have to separate my legs as much because that's hard. It's getting there. Yep, keep the bend because you're trying to separate those legs and get him to drive underneath him with his hind leg. So don't go any faster and don't go any slower either. He got 2 good steps, and before I could stay stopped, like it was gone. So try it again. Keep going. So no faster, just keeping the same speed and a bend. Yep. Still not good enough. Keep trying. A little bit more bend. Using that inside leg. More inside leg. Now stop. Whoop. Yep, give him another break.